My mother got here in 1902, and my dad came here about 1910. My dad homesteaded out there, but it was 30 years of this fighting the weather and grasshoppers. So that's when they decided to move. So I'm glad they did. That's hard work. When we moved out here, I was 16 years old. There wasn't much of anything to do back on the farm. Because my two brothers had been called to war. I was the only one left, and I wasn't able to do all the work of putting in the seed in the land. So that's my mother decided to move on west. This friend of mine, Smitty, told me not to join the army. He said, come out at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll see if I can get you on. The train master told my secretary to write me up, and I didn't say a word. So I was just like anything else, you have to know somebody.
And he worked nights mostly growing up, so had fun during the day. He'd go to work. In late afternoon, we'd chase him down the driveway.
23, 24 years in Seattle, and about 15 years up in Everett. I got drafted in the Army. I was in there for 2 years. I spent 5 months in El Paso. That's a terrible place to be. Well, it rained down there twice. Most mechanics. The half-tracks, they were made in the 30s, and they hadn't been run. So we had to take them out and run them as hard as we could. They just didn't have any power because they've been sitting for years, you know.
The first time I met Ken, he drove up in a beautiful turquoise and cream Pontiac with an Indian chief's head on the front of the hood, which was lighted, and I thought that was really fantastic. I'd never seen that before.
Yeah, it was a nice car. That's before they had power steering and power brakes. No car did.
It was a beautiful Sunday evening, March 11th, 1956, and we were on our way to church.
It just happened to be that Ferna just got home. What, half hour before, I guess.
My girlfriend, Lois Taylor, got out of the car and came in the house and said, we're here. She had just called and said, you gotta meet this neat guy.
We happened to see this sign for sale.
In May of '67. So we looked at the property, and the guy said, well, which piece do you want? And Ken says, well, we'll take that one. And I almost fell off my chair because he never does anything spur of the moment like that.
We got the property when I was 8 in Eastern Washington, and that was always fun. Going over the mountain, had a swimming pool there.
A friend of mine came over and helped us get started.
Our neighbor was out of work and knew how to build stuff, so he built our cabin.
Nice place to go.
It was rustic and just wonderful.
You can go up there for about 3 days, just relax, you know. It was made it real nice.
My dad was an honest person. You know, he always tried to go by the book, did the right thing.
He's a wonderful man. He's my husband. I love him to pieces, always have and always will.